You probably know that I had a bad weekend. Started on Friday night. So anything you want to confess?
That I've done?
Because I think you and I were a unit. We roll with the punches. I roll with the Saints punches.
Yep.
You roll the Blues punches, which is winning most of the time.
Yeah.
Anything you want to confess from that game that you did that you might think might look poorly now upon reflection?
I can think of one thing that might look a little bit portly.
Stab in the dark, have a go.
Was it when my stepfather was sitting in the members for Carlton, unzipped his jacket and he had a Port Guernsey on underneath?
Well, that hurts now that you said that. No, it wasn't that. Singing the team song with a Port bucket hat on. Who do you think you are, mate? You've got some nerve.
Well, we love Port. We've got
You've got some nerve. And you know what else you did?
What?
You teed up the little damn thing with them.
Well, I did do that. How
do you think that made me feel? It was very good, actually. I like that one.
Well, you know, you're a bobblehead now. That's pretty cool.
And before I even mentioned that, before we started recording, you said you had something to confess. What did you do? What else have you done? Have you had a shave?
I did have a shave.
Yeah, it looks good. Still angry at you.
Well, this will make you feel better.
Okay.
So, big win for the Saints.
Big Ollie.
Big. Got a bit carried away with my DMs.
Oh, my God.
Got excited. Was messaging the man of steel, Jack Steele. All went well. You know, he had some things he wanted to add and it was good conversation. And
what did he add?
Well,
so keep going.
No. This is more important. And then I dropped in, so what are we doing for Mad Monday?
Oh, fuck. No. Left on red?
No, he said, I haven't planned it yet, but I'll let you know.
Oh, Jack's lying. They've definitely planned it. That's great. That's cringe.
So, I don't know. I won't go, but I'm thinking about doing like a little bit of a Mad Monday for MCs.
Who else can invite?
Or just the bottom eight, I guess.
Do you know any other MCs?
I know of.
Any rivalries?
Well, we know the Port Adelaide MC, Jared Walsh.
Walshy.
I know him.
Yeah. Your mates, though?
Yeah, true. I think the Essendon one's Nick Cody.
Yuck.
Nick, well, the club, but yeah.
So, yeah. So any rivalries, though? You hate anyone? You ever think like, okay, we owe these blokes one, or we owe this bloke MC? We owe them one?
I don't know who's the MC of West Coast, but I'm still dirty on them for bringing the mascot over. And I feel that comes under match day operations, to which I'm not into.
All right. So you've pissed a few people off this weekend.
Yeah, well, that's what
It's only
life's there
natural.
for, yeah.
Fuck, play the sting.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dan Does Footy podcast. You can find more of Dan Does Footy on the website, Spotify, YouTube, and socials. Good job. See ya.
There was heaps of sick kids, and I was like, where are they? Kick him harder. Kick him all harder. Punch him in the face. I'm bloody horizontally changed, if you get what I mean. Boner. Tough crowd today. Should we say this is the line? If you don't hear the next bit, it's over the line? Okay, so if you don't hear the next bit, I've got over the line. Who's just walked past Punt Road? He dips in. Hey, what an absolute... I know I'm upset, but what a round of football. We are witnessing one of the best finishes in the year. I've got no idea who's going to win this thing. You know, we were supposed to remove teams from finals chances. Now we're just adding teams to it. 15 teams could win it. I have no idea. It's anyone's to win. So Sydney are now cooked. Blues are now cooked. Doggies are now on this crazy run. The Hawks are still knocking the door down. What an absolute crazy season this is. I don't want it to end. Add more games at the end of it. Keep it going. Keep this train rolling. It is unbelievable. We have some, before we catch up and lube each other up, big news coming on. We hit 1 million downloads.
No, I didn't know that.
Congrats, everyone. Hit 1 million. So, guys, thank you so much to everyone who listens, who follows on socials, who likes, whatever you might do with Dan Does Footy. We are so incredibly grateful. And yes, it is Dan Does Footy and Ollie by association. Sometimes it's Ollie Does Footy when he gets a bit arrogant. But it's actually we do football. We're doing it in a different way. And from the bottom of my heart and our heart here, thank you so much to everyone who puts us in your ears on a week-to-week basis or follows us on socials. Like, we are so incredibly grateful and lucky to be doing what we're doing. And we can't do it without you. This would just be Dan does footy and no one else watches or listens without you guys. So thank you. And you've built an amazing community. You are all crazy. You are just so part of a special community, which we love. So thank you from the bottom of our heart.
That's incredible. I didn't know that we hit that. That's so exciting.
It's great.
Well done,
big,
mate.
isn't it? It's big. Well done, you.
No, well done, you.
Shake hands. Anything you want to say to Adelaide fans? Like a special thank you to them? Because it was tough. We lost the club there for a bit. So we've actually done it with, 17 clubs?
It's more impressive, isn't it? Upon reflection, when you're giving clubs drive-bys every second week, it's,
True. You've whacked Adelaide. I've gone hard at Essendon and Collingwood. So the fact we've done it maybe with just 8 teams.
With 8 teams.
It's huge.
Yeah.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much. And to say thank you, we are going to release some merch this week.
It's on, is it?
It's on. There's a special piece in there which I think you guys, as much as I pushed back on it and said, let's not go live with this one, there's a special piece in there which you guys can get.
Now, are you brave enough to give me a rough day or time? Or
Thursday.
Okay.
I've been told with the supplier we're going live. We're all set up in the back end. I'm getting the samples today, which you and I were getting one each. So I'll bring that in. We'll shoot it. And then I just want to do 48-hour flash sale. It's all there for 48 hours. You grab it, go and get it.
Yeah. Airline style.
Yeah, it's there. If you want it 48 hours, go and get it. So that'll be Thursday.
Mate, well done. That's
well
awesome.
done. We're awesome. We're happy here, mate. We're having a good time so far. We are awesome. We are good.
We're pretty good.
We can catch up. How are you, mate?
Look, I'm really good. I had family over, which was really, really nice. I haven't seen them in quite a while. Got them in the Guard of Honour for the Saints. And you think I'm embarrassing with the players. You wait till you see my mum when Robert Harvey walks past.
Oh.
And she went, halves. G'day, mate. Kim from Launceston, Tasmania. Been a fan for a while. Quick photo. Halves. She dropped a halves.
The Gill family just doing some things at Marvel Stadium. Inspiring.
It was pretty good. That was great. That we did go to the Port Carlton game on Friday night, which was awesome.
I know, mate. I saw it.
Felt a little intense with the sitting situation because I had so many people.
Coming up to you.
Well, no. Well, I had so many tickets to organise for family, and we ended up, and I know you want to talk about it, but we ended up just getting 6 general admission tickets, which is fine, but we were a little bit late. And I was like, oh my God, get up to the level 3.
Oh, nose is bleeding now.
I saw 6 seats in the level 1. So we sat down in the members. I'm sorry. That's on me.
Oh, theft.
People around us did not like us.
No, you're a thief.
Yeah.
You stole someone's...
No.
You're mate, if your seat is level 3 where the Jetstar flights are driving past... and you decide I'm going down to level 1 to sit in 6 people's seats, you're a thief.
Well, is it stealing 6 people's seats, or is it saying no? Not one of those 6 people turned up, and it looked far better on camera having 6 seats filled.
And you sat there all game. You've got some nerve, mate. You were a criminal. And were the seats good?
Yeah, they were really good.
A lot better. I do want to talk about.
Do we have to? I'm so embarrassed.
Ollie, you're working your way up the ladder here. You are. You got the followers doing a 10K party for you. I think, what are you, 11.7 now?
Yeah.
Like your profile, you're a rising star. You're my rising star.
Thank
Ollie
you.
Dempsey's going to win the league one. You're going to win my one.
Thank you.
Like, you are skyrocketing to being a personality in Melbourne, throwing your weight around with the heavy hitters. You think John O'Brien, you think Ollie Gill.
Yeah, that's just what people
You think Chrissy Swan, you think Ollie Gill.
That's just what people think.
You think Kappa, you think Ollie Gill.
That's 100%.
And I think what you've seen here is that you've seen what I do and how I maybe go about things and getting the tickets behind the glass, because you know that I only watch football behind glass. And you thought, bugger it. I'm Ollie Gill. I'm going to shoot my shot.
That's not what happened.
And you went to the club and said, hey, guys, I want to come to the game. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. To the Carlton ticketing team. No. And they, in fact, did not scratch your back. They said, actually, we're going to whack your back. Run us through it.
Oh, do I have to? All right.
You have to.
Okay.
And shout out to them. They're lovely people. We love them. And more tickets behind glass, the better, I say.
Yeah, and I agree. But I didn't go in with that attitude at all.
Oh, bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
What happened was I had so many family members come over.
Oh, here we go. I had so
and
many.
Okay, here's where the arrogant side came through. I wanted to show off to them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be like, hey, come on over from Launceston,
I've got this.
put your card away. I'll get us the tickets. There may be something special involved. Now, we have been to a certain box at a Carlton game. And
You went to one the week before. Another one.
yeah, well, exactly.
Yep.
So it's not out of the realms.
It's not foreign for you.
No.
You've been behind glass
I know
before.
what's going on.
You know what's behind glass.
I know where the lifts are.
Yeah, you know where the beers are.
Exactly.
Napkin with my sausage roll? Yes, please.
Sure, why not? Yes, I'll have a crystallised Kransky. Not a problem.
Is that a free footy record?
Yeah.
I'll take 6.
No worries. I said to them, look, I've got a lot of people coming. I'm just interested. Okay, the word I used was I'm just interested in what avenues I can go down to get a similar box experience. And the good people at Carlton responded really quickly and they said, mate, not. This is where the confusion happened. They said, mate, not a problem.
We got you.
We've got you. How many do you need? And I said, well, look, there's a few. Is 6 okay? And I want to preface, that feels a lot, you know? And
It feels a lot.
And he said, I've had a look. There's space. 6, not a problem. And I said, mate, that's amazing. Thank you. Then he said, no worries. Here are the tickets. Here's a payment link. Now, the tickets were $375 each. So it was just shy of $3,000.
Yeah. What'd you do? You said, sorry.
Well, I had to get the 6 GA tickets.
And then you stole other people's seats. Unbelievable. So you've had an absolute...
Do you want to know the best bit? I didn't tell you.
No.
I didn't even get the GA tickets. Port gave me those.
So you messaged Port as well. You are a ticket thief.
I got the friends and family cards.
Oh, you are a ticket thief, mate. What club will you not go to for tickets? You'll go to any length to get free tickets, won't you?
Oh, I'm just sorry that the Super Netball Grand Final's in Adelaide this weekend because that would have got a real quick. Yeah.
And I said to you at the time, because you're like, what do I do here? This is on Friday night or Thursday night maybe?
Yeah.
What we were talking about. I said, man,
You just got to get
you've
them.
got to pay for them. You've got to spend $3,000 here for the tickets. You've already gone this far.
I just felt like at some point in the conversation, here's what I would have liked. Yep,
Yeah, run us through your ideal situation.
Like, no worries,
Yes, please,
mate.
I'll take all the tickets.
No
for free.
worries, mate. 6 is fine. I think there's space. They're going to be $375 each. And then I could have come back with, whoa. That's a little out of the price range. I know we've just hit 1 million downloads, but, I'm not getting a lot of them,
Yeah. I feel like you're holding back there. I feel like your ideal situation was going to be, here are the 6 tickets. Would you also like a limo to pick you up at a red carpet upon arrival? Like, we can get a priority lane for you. You won't have to lift a seat. We've got some massage functioning seats that will obviously make you nice and relaxed when you're watching the football game. Can we get anything else?
No, I'm not that arrogant, but I did think maybe at least when he sent the payment link through, I reckon he's comped a few of the tickets.
Yeah.
Like at least mine.
Yeah.
Nah. But that's okay. And I respect that totally. It's just, it was a lot more than I thought it would be.
You know what?
I kind of thought it'd be like 100 each.
Shout out to the Carlton ticketing team. We've got a bottom line to meet. They don't give a fuck. Well done, Carlton team. Just stinging people left, right, and centre. I love it. Okay, well, we'll work on it. Look, you were behind glass a few weeks ago, and you'll be back behind glass again soon.
Well, last round of the home and away season is Carlton versus St Kilda, Carlton home game.
So you're thinking...
I feel like that makes sense.
I'm thinking you reach out again.
Actually, upon reflection, I think I'm never going anywhere
Whose
near
home
Carlton.
game is it?
Carlton.
No, so I'm reaching out behind glass.
Yeah.
All right, we can do that.
And I'm wearing a disguise.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Well, look, we'll work on it. I'm glad you got to the game anyway, mate.
Thanks,
even
mate.
though
It
you
was
did
good.
steal some seats.
It's a good game.
It was some seats. The Olympics has started. Very interesting. Bit happening in Paris. A lot happening. The opening ceremony was weird. The French are a bit weird, aren't they? They're different over there in France.
In what context?
Horny. Like, everything's extremely just based around having intercourse.
It's very
I feel like
fecund,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah. The opening ceremony, we'll start with that. The Lady Gaga and Celine Dion.
That was pretty. That's. She doesn't really open her mouth.
She was singing in French. Their birth was Celine Dion French.
French Canadian.
So a fraud French.
Faux French.
And then Lady Gaga was singing in French as well.
Yep.
I found that a bit weird.
Well, she did that. Did you ever watch the film with Bradley Cooper, Star is Born?
Just missed that one. Actually, I did watch it.
Yeah. Well, so when she was doing the burlesque at the start.
Oh, so she's
singing
French as well.
No, I think she can just
Yeah.
learn the lyrics.
Fair enough.
But
Well, it was raining as well, and they did the teams out in the boats.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that's already been done here.
Oh, true.
We've already done that.
Yeah.
Being there, like, wasn't that unique? So I wanted a bit of a unique element to it at all. And then there was this really weird parody scene of, I think it was maybe The Last Supper. I'm not religious at all, which I don't even want to get into, given that we went down a politics path and it was scary.
Sure.
But they got drag queens to do it, and it was just a little bit weird for me.
For you?
It was made more weird given that there was a bloke's left nutsack hanging out in the back of it as well.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's why it was a bit weird.
Okay.
The whole thing was a bit off-brand for mine.
What? So you've got a problem with a loose nut? I would have thought that would be sort of play on for
I
you.
would have thought, I mean, given it's Paris, all nuts are play on.
Yeah.
And shafts.
Yeah. Pan of shuffle ass.
Yeah, that's a French word for penis and shafts.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. I was just like, okay. I was watching it going, there's some drag queens doing a Last Supper parody, and that guy's left nuts out. So this is what a good start to the Olympics. Is this where we're really at? Did you watch it at all? Did you see the highlights or anything?
I watched the highlights of the opening ceremony, and I was actually weirdly more intrigued to the spectators' thoughts. Like, I enjoyed watching those.
Well, their reactions.
Yeah, because it was like every second one was completely different.
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And then other people were more like you going, I've just been standing out in the rain
Yeah.
for all this time to watch.
Someone's shaft out.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot. And then we've got a condom update. Now, we are taking a call from the village and Wednesday, I think.
Okay.
300,000 condoms for 10,000 athletes. That's 30 condoms each. Who's rooting 30 times? That's a lot. That's a lot of latex to be getting around.
Hang on, what's the maths on that? So you're there for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So 14 days.
15 a week you're running through. 2 a day.
That's a lot, isn't it?
That's a lot of latex.
I mean, just trying to think. There might be sort of like multi-purpose use for them. You know,
When are they having time to root? Like, aren't you all competing?
well, the rugby sevens is done,
True.
for example.
Oh, so you reckon they're on the
the
rooting train?
canoeists are done.
Yeah. Okay. So they're hooking up.
So they're on.
But even the beds aren't even conducive to having sex. What are you going to do every time your bed's caved in? You get a new bed. Oh, hey, why is this the 7th day in a row your bed's caved in? Oh, yeah. I keep having nightmares.
I don't know what to
You keep
tell
having
you.
nightmares. There's like 4 rugby players in here. You having some kind of fucked up fivesome?
Rugby fours.
Crazy. But I'm happy it's on. Like, I am finding myself watching things that I would never watch before.
What's taken you so far? So we're what? 4
Skateboarding.
days.
4 days in, are we?
About 4. I'm just trying to check. About 3 days. 4 days.
Didn't care for the rugby. The soccer. Did you see the Argentina game?
No, I missed that.
There was a game between. It was the Argentinian game.
Right.
Look it up, and they play. This is why soccer's messed up and why the VR system has to be fixed. But there was a soccer game. Anyway, Argentina go 2-1 down in like the 90th minute. Argentina kick a goal. They go off the field. The fans are erupting. The other team had before this taken time off the clock because they were up and they weren't expected to win. So they'd gone down with the fake injuries and time wasting stuff. So when it got to extra time, the ref called for 15 minutes extra time. Have you got it there?
Is it the one against Iraq
Might be
or the one against Morocco?
Morocco.
The Morocco
The
one.
Morocco one. And then, so they called for 15 minutes extra time. In that extra time, 30 seconds in, Argentina score a goal. The fans are going off. They're throwing stuff at the pitch. The players are pulled off from the pitch when there's another 14 minutes to go. Anyway, they're down in their rooms. The league or the Olympic Committee calls the game off and says, there's no way you're going back out there. It's going to be a draw. Anyway, after they have a more of a conversation. After that, like, actually go back out there. We've evacuated the stadium, go and play some more. Ends up with a 2-2 draw still. But then they looked at the VR again after the game finished, and it was 2-1 because the guy was offside all of a sudden. The game went for like 5 hours.
Now that is an appropriate time to say it is like a game of Quidditch. That shit just keeps on going.
Crazy.
5 hours.
It's crazy. Anything that's getting your attention or not? Or is it just summing up perfectly?
No. You actually summed that up completely perfectly.
It's
That's great.
it's hard to get your head around, but go if you're in front of your laptop right now or going to just Google this Argentina Morocco game.
Yeah.
It's crazy what happened. Crazy. What's taking your interest? Anything?
Last night, massively into the fencing.
Yeah.
That was. Do you know why? I didn't realise they've got like a pulley system on the back of their jumpers. So it's kind of like an anchor.
No.
Like, so, yeah, that if
Missed
someone's
that.
got the answer for that, that'd be great.
Why they have that?
Yeah, why they've got that? It's like their coach is pulling them back or something.
Yeah, right.
It's weird, but I was hypnotized by it.
Yeah.
Hypnotized.
It's very, I mean, I am just sitting there going, this badminton stuff's amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
Badminton last night.
Yeah,
Was
it was
it?
on.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't care for the equestrian. That gives me anxiety with the horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good stuff, that stuff. But I do like that Matty Pavlich is calling it. That was rogue.
Yeah, talk me through this. I thought it was, I mean, you can't trust anything these days with AI and, you know, I
True.
went, I saw it.
That's a
but
gag.
That can't be real, but real?
Pavlich is there calling the equestrian. What does Matty Pavlich know about equestrian?
Well,
Knows a lot about Freo Heave Ho.
that's true.
Knows a little about horses.
I don't know.
No.
I mean, he's got a bit of money, so like I assume that there could be
He can
horses
afford
in
a
his
horse.
life.
Because he did the Oz Open as well earlier in the year, I think, or the year before, which was a bit off-brand.
Really going out of his comfort
Branching
zone.
out. You know
Which
how you grow?
I respect hugely.
Yeah, that's where growth is when you're uncomfortable. I've always said that. Always said that. Shout out to him. It's good to see. I think we got a couple of golds now. What are we on the tally?
I think we're
see
4
this.
golds.
4 golds. Titmus got one.
Yep.
Fox got one. The road cyclist got one.
Yep.
Then I got the 4th one.
Missing one there. But yeah, 4 golds, 2 silvers, and we're only one behind Japan who have got
Yeah.
1 bronze.
Yeah, we are. Here we are now. 6 medals in total. Okay, so we're second on the tally right now, as it stands right now. We're way ahead of Kazakhstan. Way ahead. We're doing well after this.
Were they our main rivals going into this year, I reckon?
Well, them and Mongolia. Someone had to go me for
yeah.
Mongolia. I mean, I really was aggressive in them.
in
I've
terms
missed
of
this
where
already.
you didn't know where they were.
Didn't know where they were. People
Yeah.
did not like that at all.
No, well, it's,
Big Mongolia contingency listening to this pod. That's why we hit 1 million listeners.
Let me have a look.
How many people listen to Mongolia?
Because we do have that sort of information.
It'd be at least 14%. more massive on Mongolia.
14%. Okay.
Doesn't have it, does it?
Well, we're in countries.
Yeah.
So obviously the order goes Australia, UK,
Big.
United States, New Zealand. Interesting that New Zealand's after the United States, but then we go into Indonesia, Canada, France, Netherlands, Italy, Ireland. Let me go down.
Okay, so we're not big in Mongolia. That's what we're saying.
Well, I think if you're a footy show and there are people listening in Mongolia, I'd say that we're pretty good.
We're the biggest footy show in Mongolia for sure.
Well,
I know
that's
that definitely. 100% we are. All right, let's get into this. I missed it from the start. The hotline.
Panda's footy hotline, yeah. Panda's footy hotline, yeah. If you've got a problem or a solution, then leave a message and we might read it, unless we are really, really, really busy. Leave a message, yeah. A footy message, yeah. Leave a message, yeah. A footy message, yeah.
Great. Nothing weird happened there.
No, if you're
in between
listening-
that,
if
if you're
you're
listening to the
listening
podcast, you would probably be, you're fine.
Normal.
YouTube probably got a knifeful that you need. All right, let's start off. Hotline melted, guys. I'm puffed after that. The hotline melted. And again, once we are trying to get these calls in, but a lot of them are, and I get it, guys, you're angry, really angry. I'm pissed off as well. I'm a Carlton fan. Fucking horrible weekend. And a lot of the calls, I feel like 8% of this weekend were just directed again, weirdly, at me.
That's weird, isn't it?
Saying fuck you, lids on, all that stuff. A lot were also angry Essendon fans.
Yep.
Almost too angry to comprehend what was happening.
Yep.
So let's just pick out, we're going to do 5.
Yeah, let's do 5.
So fucked.
You can have a moment. Have a
All
moment.
right, I'm good. All right, this one here. Okay, just a random one.
Hey guys, this is Dean. I just wanted to say, Dan, what a large, impressive human being you are now. I don't really know you, I've never met you, but just from hearing your voice and from seeing your stuff on social media, I can tell how
Yeah.
quite large of a human you are. I've even Googled some photos of you working out on Google, and by golly, you have some huge pectorals, bigger than my head. Yeah, so as I said, I don't watch football at all. Actually, I just listen to this podcast and then want to come on here and say how massive you are, indeed. And your wife must be very happy, you know, given how big you are. You must have that thing on you as well. So Keep up the great work, mate. And again, just want to reiterate how large of a human you are, and it's quite impressive, actually.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't know who that guy is. Sounds like an awesome legend that I'd love to have a beer with. But after all this talk about Small Dan, it's good to finally have someone in my corner.
I like that he also has never watched football, knows nothing about it. But he goes, I need to give this guy a little bit of love.
Yeah, doesn't watch football, just listens to us. He's probably the only reason we're getting a million downloads because of him. He's got it on cycle.
Good on you, Dean.
Yeah, good on you, Dean. I absolutely love you, Dino. All right, this is...
You picked him this week, clearly.
I don't know who that was. All right, let's go here.
Yeah, g'day, little Dan, and yeah, fuck you, Ollie. Sorry, just recording here from a very vacant Adelaide Oval Hill. Broken in here just to record this. It's looking pretty somber here. Anyway, just sending bucket loads of hate from Mongolia to you, Dan. Just wanted to see how you feel about Port Adelaide beating the umpires tonight and Carlton. So if you could get back to me, just leave me a message. Thanks. How do you hang up? Want to hang up?
It's a hard system to use sometimes. Hanging up is often the hardest bit about recording a message.
A power move that we've installed. So if you're slagging us off, then we've kind of got something on you.
Told you we're big in Mongolia. We're making waves over there.
Yeah.
We're making waves.
Which is interesting. Landlocked country, as you would know, geographically.
Hey, that sounds political and I don't want anything to do with it.
Landlocked.
You're talking about politics now.
It's not around water.
Not Gert.
Yeah.
We are Gert. And we're girthy.
Yeah.
How do I feel about the umpires? Horrible. They were shit. They were terrible on the weekend. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to slander them too hard, but I think especially...
Hang on. You just said how shit they were. But now you know what...
I think, most of the season they've been great, especially in Carlton games. They've been unbelievable. And I've been coming here before and I've applauded how hard this game is to umpire and how good they are. And in this one instance on Friday night, I was sitting there going, this is unbelievable scenes.
That's true.
Surely everyone can agree with me that they were below their best. We pay them a lot of money to be good under the table in a brown paper bag.
Sure.
And the fact that they couldn't even pull out a win for us was disappointing.
Hey, little Dan and Ollie. Petrarca watch is actually at Noosa Main Beach and can confirm still hot.
Wow.
So you thought it was in Europe?
I thought he was in Europe. He could be anywhere. Track. I saw that he ticked off some milestone. I thought he was in Europe. I thought he checked out.
What gave you that impression? Was it a photo and it looked like Europe?
It was just a DM someone sent us. I don't know.
In the spirit of fake news.
Oh, right. So season on the line, he's just gone up to Noosa.
Well, what's worse, that or Europe?
You'd probably rather if you can go. If you're going to go, just go as far as you can.
Yeah, right. Okay.
You reckon?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. We still have a few with the Melbourne player, which I will be releasing in the year.
Boys, you talk about not shitting at the footy.
Oh.
But has anyone told Carlton that?
Oh.
What a fucking disgrace. Disgrace.
Yeah, look, we get it, mate. I think I know where this is going. There's just, I can see the labels here. There's not going to be nice things here. One more or two more?
Oh, do two more. Why
two
not?
more. All right, here we go. Harry.
Hey, Dan and Ollie. I am currently sitting in my 99 Honda Civic, maybe 2000, and I am chuffed with that win. I have a chubby and I am pumped up. Only thing is, I've driven home from watching it at my brother's house 40 minutes and I've taken his keys with me. So now I need to drive all the way back there. It's going to be over an hour round trip. But see if I give two shits, mate. Put Adelaide on top. Put Adelaide going to win the flag. Cheers, Danny boy. Cheers.
Well done, Harry. That's a long trip.
How long's that? Yeah.
40 minutes one way, 40 minutes back. That's not what you want after a big win.
No.
All right, last one. Aiden, cool with it, it says.
Little Dan, how are we? Just wanted to just ask a question, and I need the opinions on this one. Half serious, was the derby, like the one that just happened, is that almost better, or was it more hectic, or was it more, were they more infused than the demolition derby? That's pretty hard to top. I know that's hard to top, but... I mean, I was at the game, and I tell you what, I could not tell you who started the fights, but they were happening every 2 seconds. I know that happens at derbies, but this time it felt different. Also, Harley Reid is a flog. Come on.
Okay.
Infused.
Infused.
What was he infused with?
I don't know. Infused. I don't know what that is, but there was a lot of fights there. You see what they came out of it?
It was huge.
35K in fines. But I was watching. I didn't realize how much they hate each other. It's the best rivalry in the game at the moment.
Whoa.
No, it is. Collingwood and Carlton, they don't brawl anymore. It's just a long-standing rivalry where they just hate each other and it's seeped into like our DNA. But in terms of right now, emotion and how much teams hate each other, on the weekend it was crazy. Just guys come from left, right and centre. We posted a video, went for 40 seconds of just beating the piss out of each other.
That did look like something from the 1980s.
It was unbelievable. Yeah. In a league where everyone's like scared to touch each other and, you know, give weeks away, the boys said, fuck this.
Yeah.
Let's throw them. Let's stand toe-to-toe and start throwing them. I loved it. It was great. Bring more of it back.
Yeah, big
Need
time.
more of it. And one more.
Little Goz with the fucking giant schnoz. How the fuck are you, lads? Can someone please tell me why the fuck Carlton got in line for the Essendon slide? What the fuck are we doing? I'll be fucking dead by the time we win our next flag. Also, fuck Port Adelaide. Jason fucking got to look busy, Horn Francis. Doesn't do shit, rocks up in the last second, kicks a goal. Fuck him. Bro makes himself look busier than Ollie at a fan meetup. All jokes, boys. Love your work. Love the pod. Please stay out of politics.
Yeah, I agree. We've learned that. We have learned that massively. Last one.
Dan, I just want to say that I'm really happy for you that you made the Port Adelaide Football Club Instagram page. So I hope you're all right.
Not really.
They tagged you again and again and again. I'm so sorry. We flew from Brisbane for this. I'm so over the moon.
For the tagging.
As a Port Adelaide fan, I'm so sorry, Dan. Love you and your stuff, but
thanks.
This is fucking goals.
Yeah, thanks, Carly. Yeah, and they did tag me again. I think it was like 6 of them. And the players get involved as well. It was, you know what, I sat there and as angry as I was going, this is just so well played.
Out of the entire carousel of photos, who were you most pleased to be standing next to?
Oh. Who was in there in the end? Who we see?
So we had a Rosie.
Yeah.
We had a
Lear, Jason
Horn
Francis, Dan Houston, Zerk Thatcher, Radigalia.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Dan Houston. He's my favourite player of the Guernsey.
That's true.
He's number 5 on the back.
That's true.
He might be leaving, so they get rebranded.
Oh, no.
They're going to put some young 18-year-old number 5 next year when he leaves and goes to Melbourne. Yeah, not good. All right, thanks for calling up, everyone. That's, again, the hotline melts down every time, so we love you guys calling up. It's just like a lot for us to process.
Yeah.
So just keep calling up, keep melting it down. A lot happened during the week when we weren't here, and now we're here in your ears. Katy Perry officially announced as our grand final entertainer.
I'm actually pumped for it.
Everyone always complains. Every year they can't, they'll never get it right.
Well, it's like podcasts. I mean, you know, we try our best. We hit 1 million downloads. We can't please everyone.
We cannot please everyone. There's a lot of people that don't like us out there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Or the town of Adelaide don't like us. But I just feel like every time the AFL gets a talent, we're like 15 years behind it.
Yeah.
Like this would have been great in 2010.
Yeah, that's true.
AC/DC in the 40s would have been awesome. Like we're just behind. And I don't hate Katy Perry at all, but she better not pull out any new music. Don't you dare pull out anything new.
She will have to.
No, well, if she has to, she better not come.
Well, she will have to. Robbie Williams did that.
Robbie's different. He was cool.
Okay.
Robbie's got classics. Like his new stuff's actually okay. Her first stuff she released last week's not. It flopped pretty bad.
You're doing a wonderful job to try and not get her on the show.
She'll come on the pod still.
I wouldn't. No,
she would. I'm not saying like I don't like her. I think I do like her. I think she'd be very cool. But I'm just saying if she whips out any new music,
okay,
I'm out. Firework, Girl, Raw, Kiss the Girl. We need just that on loop.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we don't need the new stuff. Like you don't need to try anything new. People buy your album anyway. Just bring bangers with you.
Yeah,
just bring bangers.
I'm hoping that Snoop Dogg makes an appearance for the California. Is it California Girls?
Yeah, true. See, if she gets to that, like. That's great. I like you, Katy Perry. I think you're good, but don't promote bangers. Promote your old bangers, not your new ones.
Yeah, okay.
We should have gone after like Nickelback.
Who would be your dream?
Oh, prison gates won't open up for me. This sounds my dream.
Look
at this vault. That would actually tear the house in. My dream would have been Minute Jet at the moment.
Who's that?
Jet.
Jet?
The band.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah, how good Jet been?
That would be... Oh,
Why don't we get Jet?
them and Wolf Mother.
Yeah. Did we have Wolf Mother once?
I think maybe we did.
We
have
did,
Wolf
yeah.
Mother. Jet would be
good.
amazing.
Drake?
Mm.
Probably don't have the budget for Drake, do we?
How much do you reckon he'd charge?
At least 100 million.
No.
Pretty big deal.
Wow.
We did avoid his lawyers as well with the Hotline sting that we
So
released.
far.
He hasn't come after us so far. Now we're just a small blip on his radar. He's got bigger issues to go in his world. He's got Kendrick Lamar.
Yep.
He's got his house flooded.
Did it?
Yeah, he's got stuff going on. So I'm sure a little podcast from Australia who may or may not have boarded the line of plagiarism would be on his radar.
Playfully danced around.
It's funny.
Well, he just
You know?
teased it. It's like flirting with plagiarism.
Exactly. We put a toe in and said, feels okay for now.
For now.
It's lukewarm.
Happy to take a toe out.
It's lukewarm. The AFL rejected the Giants' request to add surnames on the back of their Guernsey during the week.
Yeah.
Crazy. Now, I think I like this kind of thing. I do think that some commentators would have benefited from it, for sure. A bit of confusion there up there in the box. Kelly Underwood's still getting the Giants confused, calls them the Orange team.
Well,
doesn't know what they are.
They are that, though.
They do also have a massive G on their front. Orange team. She's going to call them the Orange team this week, isn't she? So I think that would have helped maybe Kelly and then some of the boys up there get it right. But I think I want the names on the back. I think I like it. From your seats in the nosebleeds, hard to see who's who anyway. And the names on the back probably won't mean anything, but it's cool.
I don't have a problem with it at all. I didn't like it in Test cricket. I don't think that is a great look. But doesn't bother me in this. We've had it before.
We tried it. We
Yeah,
tried it years
and-
ago, and then So this is what it says here in the article. The Giants recently pitched to the league for the surname of players to be donned on the back of their jumpers in the hope of setting an industry standard in the coming years. It's understood the Giants had made the proposal independently and told the league that they would like to forge ahead with the plan regardless of whether it was introduced across the entire competition or not. Thank you, Giants. We would like to do this regardless of anyone else. It's understood the Giants had made the proposal. I read that bit already. But the AFL has blocked the proposal, rejecting the idea on the basis of wanting uniformity. Yeah? Did I say that well?
Yep.
Between all soon-to-be 19 clubs, with only a handful of teams sharing any appetite for the plan. The AFL's most recent expansion club had told the league headquarters in its proposal that the key reason for the suggested change was the increased awareness and connection, particularly in non-traditional footy states, which I get.
Totally.
The Giants also believe that displaying their players' names on the jumpers would keep pace with overseas trends, create new commercial opportunities for the club, while also flagging AFLW benefits due to increased player recognition. That's actually good for the AFLW.
Great
I
call.
get that.
Yep.
Got him here on the ropes here, like the MRO. The overwhelming majority of clubs have significant partnership agreements in position on that Guernsey, though it's understood the Giants did not wish to remove that spot as a commercial opportunity. Instead, the club told the AFL it believed it could add names right underneath the sponsor, in their case, the ACT government, and still comply with the league's current commercial guidelines. Oh, so it's a commercial spot. It's a billboard.
Yeah. You're a walking billboard.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think the Giants had them on the ropes.
Had
though.
them on the ropes, big time. And the AFL just said no.
All makes sense. Total sense to
It
me.
is. I thought I don't know how the Guernseys work, but there must be spots on the Guernsey where you just can't have anything and it has to be a sponsored spot.
They would have to be. I'm looking at one now.
What's on the back? Oh, yeah, KFC is on port.
Yeah, KFC, Saints have RSCA.
Oh,
on the back
I
bars.
never noticed that. And
Yeah.
now you can see it. That there's definitely just a spot where the sponsor has to go.
I mean, there'd be room, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, true. I thought it was going to, I don't know. I never see it, but I liked it. I liked the idea. It's just AFL's on a bar of it. They had an absolute week last week. Tom Greene had an opinion on something, he expressed it, and the league didn't like it at all. They hated it. Do you see what he said?
No, talk to me.
So he's been given a reprimand for excessive and unfair or unreasonable public comment and criticism in relation to the MRO and the tribunal. Essentially, during his podcast, the comments now being removed. Greene made a number of comments in relation to the AFL, MRO, and AFL tribunal process and members. These included the following words or similar: the match review officer and/or the AFL tribunal is a disgrace and is ruining the game. Greene was said to please explain, and he unreservedly apologised for the comments and acknowledged poor judgment on his behalf. Now, either our reprimand has been sent to the wrong address or literally no one in the AFL listens to this podcast, which is hard to believe given we have 1 million downloads. Yeah, look, it's just funny. Like, the AFL wants players to speak more and be more open to the media, and they want to have more access to players. And then when they do have an opinion, they're like, no, we don't like that, actually.
We've seen it a couple times this year with players with podcasts. What are we telling you guys? We've learnt our lesson. wait until you've retired.
Yeah, and then say what you want.
Go and do a trade for a couple of years. Go on Big Brother, then start your podcast.
Yeah.
And then you can do whatever you want.
And it works. It literally just bite your tongue for a bit, retire or get sacked, and then just go nuts on them.
Or get sacked, doesn't matter.
And then
Not
go
what happened
nuts.
with me, but that's
I liked it. They should have fined him. You know what they should do? They should say, you can say what you want, but we'll
Yep.
just fine you.
totally.
And just let him go for it. At least they have some personality back in the league.
There's that. And then get this. This is entirely why podcasts started in the first place, irrespective of the AFL and irrespective of sport. People wanted a platform in which we could share our voice and not be controlled by traditional media restraints that really make it difficult to say anything. If you look back to what Howard Stern used to be able to say, to what if you were to listen to commercial radio now, there's a reason why we wanted podcasters to be able to just talk freely and not be governed like this. So it sort of goes against everything that the podcast was created for in the first place.
It's against our DNA as podcasters. Let it fly, boys. Say what you
not
want,
read
especially
the
on a club podcast. Just got nothing actually good, nothing about it. A little bit of insight, but nothing good can come out of a club podcast. It's just governed by the AFL heavily.
It's true.
Like, what can you really say?
Well, I always had a theory that I was blown away that not every club had one, because I thought, how good would it be if I'm trying to think if there was a moment this weekend, but how good would it be, if a player does an injury, right, and you want to be in charge of how that the narrative of either how it came about or how long they'll be out for, and then also the revenue in terms of like the amount of people coming back to your site to get that information rather than going out to Fox Sports or Channel 7. It's like you control that. So I always thought that was a really good idea.
At the start when we said thanks everyone for listening, I think ideally what we want this to be is a place where players can do that.
That's true.
And come and have that kind of... And I don't want them to obviously get fined or anything, but I do want them to be able to control the narrative. So if Bailey Smith came on here and said, it's been a shit year, the media's got it all wrong, but... I think I am leaning towards maybe going one way or another, like having that power to do that without being so controlled. There's so many shackles on players. They can't say anything. If the AFL wants to control them, just give them like a generic 5 dot points of what to say and make it easier on yourself so you don't have to be so harsh on them. Like, make it very clear what they can and can't say. I'll give you, here's what it'll be. It'll be full credit to the boys. Gave 100% effort. 1 week at a time. We don't listen to the outside noise. Full credit to the boys again.
Yeah, which we do that twice. Yeah.
1 week at a time. Hopefully we can make finals if we keep playing good football.
Fans stay with us.
Yeah, fans stay with us. Yeah. That'd be it. That would be it. Like, just give them that.
Yeah.
When you go around to the clubs and just say, hey, this is what you need to say.
What a podcast. Well, I'd love to do an episode with you like that where we just speak like that.
Yeah, and in fact, I actually like it. I love that the boys tell me that it's full credit to the boys after every game.
Yeah. And it's true.
Because when I sit there, I go, hold on a minute. Is this selfish prick saying like he played a bigger part in this win than the other boys? Because I'm here thinking going, actually, credit to the boys. They got this over the line.
Yeah. And full credit?
Yeah.
I mean.
You guys saying you guys wanted to play 4 quarters of footy?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought you guys, like Carlton, coming out and playing a half of football. That's great. Brisbane, just a lot of carnage happened in the AFL. Brisbane fined $40,000 for concussion protocol breach. Andrews had a head knock last week. I think he happened in the third quarter, got taken down the race, and then comes back out on the fourth quarter, gets another head knock, and the AFL said, you got to give us a please explain it. We don't like the look of that at all. They didn't like it when Brisbane did explain it, so they said, listen, have $40,000. Now, this is an inflated fine because what happened last time is it's taking into account the 10,000 suspended section from the previous breach that Brisbane had in the 2023 NAB AFLW Grand Final. Wow. A $20,000 fine to be paid immediately, including the soft cap, and a $10,000 fine suspended and only payable if there's another breach in either the AFL or AFLW prior to the end of 2025. That's harsh.
There's a bit on there.
It's a bit happening. Bring in an independent doctor. Just let a doctor sit on the bench. Like, you've got enough money, you just find Freo and West Coast $34,000. Just give that as a salary and say, sit here and you just run the protocol stuff. But we don't need club doctors doing it. There's a lot happening for a club doctor on a game.
In what sense? Like,
Well, think about it, if someone gets knocked out with a club doctor, as we've seen in these cases, is down in the race for the player, like that player's just sitting there. I don't think anyone else can go and like run a test with him or check in. I'm sure the physios can, but no one can do anything with that concussed player until the doc is back. So you saw the Acres one with Harry the week before.
Yep.
Harry was out there and running around for 7 minutes like a headless chook, kicking goals. Didn't know where he was at Marvel. And then he was only doing that because the doc was down with Acres and had no idea that this guy was just half not with it out there. So you'd mean to tell me this guy kicked a goal half concussed? We shouldn't be punishing us. We should be applauding that effort.
It's very impressive.
It's actually harder to do. Okay, yeah. Well, 40K is nothing to Brizzy. Shouldn't be preaching it, but still nothing to him.
Button off their coat, mate.
Nah, nothing. I know. This is, speaking of little Dan Houston could be leaving Port. Now, just speculation, but apparently Melbourne are making a play here.
Really? Okay. How do you feel about that? Because we know how much
well,
you
not
like.
great for that. That looks silly now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'll be asking Dan to stay, purely just so the 5 can stay on the back here.
Yep.
But if he goes to, I just feel like if the D's, I think that the word was that they offered up a first round pick or just talking to early stages, and then Porter obviously going to be like, no, we want 2 or 3 picks in this.
Is he
all
worth,
Australian?
Yeah.
Mate, he's a gun.
Yeah.
He's a freak. He's their best kick out of the back line, all Australian player, like, and he's going into his prime. And does he want to spend his prime at Alberton with, like, if Ken's going to be the stiffest bloke in Australia to lose his job, but with Ken going, like, does he want to spend the next couple of years not rebuilding, but just a new game plan? We can go to maybe, I know it sounds silly going to Melbourne doing that anyway, but Melbourne on the up a little bit, and they've had a bad year. They just need to pull some pieces together. They've had a bad year with injuries and track, and Oliver not having a full preseason, gone with a broken leg out there, a lot of media time. DJ Shitboy not even out there. Like, is that what it's a better option for him?
I think
You're close with him.
I think Port would be a better option for anyone right now, wouldn't it? I
Over
feel
Melbourne?
Like, I feel like out of the 2, Melbourne are on the precipice of blowing up and starting again.
Wow.
And Port,
Okay.
I don't think are near a rebuild.
No,
I
but
think
their
that they're
midfield's elite still.
and they're only either a new coach or another key position player away from really getting this thing going.
Yeah.
I mean, they're currently playing finals in a really difficult year.
True. Yeah, I mean, back to Ken. Ken's could be the stiffest bloke to get sacked.
Yeah.
If they're still thinking about bringing in a new coach next year. He's going to win what? I mean, we said last week that they weren't going to win another game given their run home. They beat Carlton. So I think they have Sydney this week. What are they on? 11 wins?
They got, mate, can I just say, they've got Melbourne this week.
Oh, Melbourne, then Sydney.
So that you've got the Dan Houston.
Oh, hey. Swings and roundabouts, eh?
No, sorry, I got it wrong.
Oh, fuck.
They've got Sydney,
Yeah.
then they've got Melbourne.
Okay. All right, the Dan Houston
Sorry
game.
about that.
Okay, so Ken maybe wins. Can he get one win out of that?
Look, it's crazy to say, but the Swans are gettable in Adelaide.
They're very gettable at the moment.
Like in
They're
Adelaide.
going like a busted ass.
And then Melbourne, there's no reason why they can't.
So say they just maybe say they finish 7th, 8th, they lose a final, or even if they miss finals and they win 12 games, like they're going to sack him for that.
Yeah,
Or
and
get
I'm
rid of
also
him?
looking at the showdown now as well. I'm
Oh,
thinking
that's
that
big.
They're probably early favourites for that now.
They would be, but the Crows they wind themselves up. They get
course
that
they
wound
do.
up for it, and they just explode. They love a showdown.
And Freo, so yeah,
That's scary. Okay, it's a scary one home.
it's
for
definitely
'em.
scary.
Yeah, right. Okay. We'll stay at Port. We spoke about little Dan. Let's get into the footy review right now. Fucking Port. Friday night. Port win their 12th. They've won 12 of their last 13 Friday night games. And just gave the Blues the business by 14 points on Friday night. When I was sitting there, I'm actually getting angry again thinking about it now that I've had a couple of days off. Kick 7 goals in the second quarter and then kick 1 after half time. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, are we trying to are we winding it back to 2018? Like, is that what we're doing? Or we just decided, let's just fucking shit him again. Not even angry, disappointed and angry now. Like, just a horrible, gross game to even watch. I had literally middle of the third quarter, I had a chopstick just pressing on my frontal lobe, just ready to go all the way through my skull. Just so infuriating to see that happen when the second quarter you go, oh, okay, after 3-4 weeks of shitty football, bad football. Okay, that looks like we got our mojo back. And then after halftime, I don't know what Vossi said to him, but whatever he said, don't say it again. You must have sung him like a nursery rhyme or something and put him to sleep because they came out and just did not give one bit of there was no passion.
No.
Nothing. Just like, come on. You've got the second easiest run home. Someone fucking help Charlie, for fuck's sake. It can't be Charlie versus 6 defenders. It just can't be. It can't be Cripper doing it all by himself. How are we going to have a Brownlow medalist and a Coleman medalist in the same team and arguably the best defender in the league at the moment in Jacob Wiedering and not fire a shot in finals? Get me in there. Let me lace them up again. I tell you what, I want to get out there. I want to play VFL football. I don't play AFL. I want to play for the Northern Blues, the Carlton Reserves, and I want to fucking set the tone for the boys and say, fellas, look, I'm going to run around here and have 0 touches, but you bet your ass I'm going to lay some skin on skin. I'm going to lay some passion out there because I give a shit about this club. You cut me open, give me a knife, someone, Vossi. I bleed blue. Look at that shit, boys. I've drank 4 litres of blue dye. That's why I bleed blue. Get me out there.
Also, I've just checked Carlton Blues, the seconds. Are they seconds? Carlton Blues seconds. They're 19th on the ladder. And the Northern Bull Ants, they're 21. So they're bottom of the ladder.
Fuck, so they could use me.
They could use me.
It's just so cooked. Like, having 5-goal leads and losing is doing my head in. Giants, Port, Sydney, all the time. Like, I'd rather you just be bad.
Yeah.
Just be bad from the first bounce and then be bad to the last bounce. It's the hope that kills me every time.
And look, you know it better than anyone, but I feel it's my duty just to say it. So Carlton are 4th on 48 points. 5th through to 7th are also all on 48 points. The Western Bulldogs, with the final spot in the top 8, are on 44 points. So if Western Bulldogs beat Melbourne on Friday night, which is at the moment looking likely, and you drop another game and any of the others all win, you're out of the 8, potentially, on percentage. And, of course, certain things need to not go your way.
You know what?
But that is how close you are.
I'm going to say something positive and then say something fearful.
Okay.
I believe that at our best, we are the best team in the comp. I truly believe that at our very best, when we're up and running and everything's going right, we are a problem. In saying that, I have a fear that we will not make finals. I've gone so early on the premiership call that I had a month ago, and I went so early on the weekend. Maybe I'm the issue. Maybe I'm the problem here. I'm going to stop going so early.
Do we just be a bit quiet for a couple of weeks?
Nah, we get louder.
Then we get louder.
Maybe I'm the problem. It looks so bad. Like, without Wiedering, we'd be nowhere. He's the best defender in the league. Doesn't lose a one-on-one. In fact, the last one-on-one that he lost was against a NAB scammer.
It's true. It's 100% true.
That's the last one he's lost. He's a freak. He's so good. He should be. They should be getting his measurements for a jacket, I reckon.
Yeah,
Just
line
saying,
him up.
what's your back size?
So here's a question for you. Missing both TDK and Harry Mackay, of course, in that game.
Yeah.
What felt like the bigger hole?
Harry for sure.
Yeah.
Peter was pretty good.
You were, comfortable with
Yeah,
that?
I think if Harry's in that game, we win.
Yeah.
It just looked, honestly, I'm sure everyone can agree who watched this, Carlton fan or not, it was just Charlie Central. If it wasn't Charlie, who else was it? And they brought in, so Harry went out with illness, which I'm sure had nothing to do with his concussion. I'm sure it was a separate incident.
Unrelated.
Not related at all. He was just sick after some bad Thai.
Yeah, bad pad Thai. I always get dizzy as well.
He was just sick. No, not related at all. So but they brought in Lewis Young, and I was thinking that, okay, Lewis Young, I like Lewis Young, but he's kicked like 6 goals in his whole career. Or 3 goals, not even that much. So I thought, okay, maybe swing McGovern forward.
Okay.
And let's get McGovern back to his Adelaide Crows days, flying everything, kicking some snags. I thought that would have been the play. Lewis Young runs the other. I said, you lost Lewis Young? The back 50's the other end, brother boy. Just a dirty night. Dirty night. So now let's be very positive about Port.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
They deserve it.
You deserve this, guys. Ken is Knuff. He is Knuff.
Yep.
just unbelievable from him to wind them up on the road, just backs against the wall this season. He's hearing the noise just to get the boys going for that game.
Yeah.
To steal it as well. When they're 31 points down at some point in the game, to come back and win, just unbelievable effort. Leah was good on Charlie. Charlie kicked 3, but Bergman's a dog.
Yeah.
Haven't watched much Port this. I have watched a lot of Port. I've watched a lot of football. Haven't really noticed Bergman that much, but he was really, really good.
Well, some people just slip through the cracks.
They do.
Visually,
And just their pressure.
Yep.
Their pressure was just unbelievable.
Yep.
Just all over them. So Port, credit to you. Deserved it. Beat the absolute shit out of us. I think the thing with Ken is, it's like, okay, I'm hearing the noise.
Mm-hmm.
There's pressure there. If I don't win at least 13 games here, I'm getting sent to West Coast. So I better sneak a few in here because I really don't want to go there. Like, I'm the leading man for that job.
So he only needs the one more win.
And
then he's safe from Perth.
Then he's safe. So, all right, well, as you said, they might sneak into a final here, Port.
Of course.
And who knows what they can do.
Where are they? They're 7th at the moment.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, you're on the same amount of points as Port, so.
It is crazy this year that there's going to be a team that might win 13, 14 games and still miss out in finals.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to be stiff to be dead.
Yep.
I mean, it won't be Essendon. They'll be 11th, but it'll be another team. Sunday, we had the Cats who just beat Harry Sheasel by 40 points in Tassie. Now, Cats were always going to win. Like, I think there may be a seed of doubt there, as in like a hopeful seed.
Yeah.
Not a seed that you go, put your money on the seed.
Yeah,
Just like a hopeful seed. Let's hope that turns into a
good seed.
big. It's a good seed. Let's hope it turns into a beanstalk.
Yep.
But it didn't at all. But Harry Sheasel just made him work for it. He's not from this world. I think maybe not us, maybe not the world, but he doesn't get any recognition. He's 19 years old, Ollie. 19.
Is he 20 this year?
20 in October.
Yeah, right.
He's played 40 games and he's carrying around a footy club on his back. He had a club full of shin boners on his back, strapping them on.
Imagine how that'd feel.
I've never put a strap on, but he's doing that at the moment. 19 years. He still gets asked for his ID when he goes out. He's like, oh, you don't know who I am? Mate, look at my back. Oh, is that the whole North Melbourne Footy Club on your back? All right, then. You're Harry Sheasel. Yes, I am.
He's potentially still on his P plates.
Yeah.
That's what we're dealing with.
A P player's just taking the piss out of the league. He's got Arden Street on his back. How many cafes are on Arden Street? Crazy. He's an All-Australian. Lock him in. And if he was in a top 8 team right now, he'd be winning the Brownlow. Mm-hmm. He's that good. He is honestly, if you don't watch North games, watch him for Harry Sheasel. He's a freak. If I'm Tassie coming into the league at 2028, I'm saying cut that $715 million build in half for the new stadium and give Harry 300 of it. Like, just whatever offer he wants. Come and meet Harry. Harry, how are you? Here's a blank check. Like, honestly, I dare you to try your worst. Whatever number you put on that check, I guarantee you will pay it.
Keep going. Add another one.
Keep going. Oh, yeah. Add 4 more zeros to it. Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit.
We're Tassie, baby.
Yeah, we got a stadium with a glass roof on it.
Yeah.
Don't care. Make it rename yourself to the Tasmanian Sheasels.
Yeah. Oh, now we're
Crazy.
talking.
In fact, North should rename themselves. North Melbourne Sheasels.
North Sheasels.
North, yeah, that's getting a nice ring to it. But he's a freak. I love him. And they should have been off the back of his work and LDU to points 6 goals up in this game. They just couldn't kick a footy. It's like Clarko just didn't have them. Kick it the right way, boys. Make sure it spins backwards.
There are tough conditions in Hobart, which I'm worried about for the Devils in those first couple of years.
When they don't have the roof on?
Yeah.
As in, what do you mean?
Windy.
Blustery.
Yeah.
Hard to get
really
hand
windy.
to foot contact.
Correct.
Right. And boring. Have I mentioned that before?
Yeah, you have.
There's next golf near that stadium, UTAS.
There's a next golf. What's that?
Exactly. That's how boring Tassie is.
UTAS is in Launceston.
Yep. Is it?
Yep.
That's where they played, didn't they?
Nope. Hobart.
Where'd they play on the weekend?
Blunston.
No, it's all the same to me. It all looks the same. Dull. They're going to be a problem in 5 years' time, North. Honestly, they've got players. Every kid's going to be like a top 10 pick. They're going to have a war chest of players they're going to go and buy.
Yep.
Like 5 years' time, North are an issue.
Yeah, you looked at their list not long ago and you thought, where is this going? Like, what is the direction?
Start of the year we did.
Borderline halfway through the year.
Before the bye.
We're still just going, yeah, no, I'm so with you on that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those ones where Bolts used to say all the time at Carlton, you go, with the young players, it's like the young players are like bamboo. Like, you put them, you seed them, and then you water them, and you don't see anything for years. And all of a sudden, woof, it goes up. And I always said to Bolts, so with the bamboo and the young kids, like, I know I'm 25, but am I like in there as well with them, or like, where am I? He's like, oh, no, you're like the manure. Like, we just pile you on top to grow the bamboo. It's fucked, bamboo. Fucked.
But you need manure.
You do need shit for bamboo.
Absolutely.
And I was that shit.
You need shit to make bamboo grow.
You do.
That's beautiful.
So that's what they're going to be like that. Just going to shoot up and go past everyone.
Yeah.
They're going to be a real problem. It was a battle of the rising star. Wardlaw Dempsey.
Mm-hmm. Who won?
Dempsey at 18-3. Wardlaw at 22. Give it to Dempsey. He's going to be the rising star.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a freak. He's going to be a good player for a long, long time. He's still got a problem with them and their headbands. Too many blonde-haired kids with headbands for mine.
You were once one of those.
Yeah. But I didn't look. There wasn't like 10 of them in our team.
Okay, right.
You know? That's the issue. It's just a lot.
A little bit of individuality.
On TV, yeah. Just one of them. Just get a buzz cut, one of them.
Yeah.
Just change things up a bit. One of the Cats, Tom Stewart's just a dog. Ran by himself all day. Just did what he wanted to. And I think that... What did Geelong do in the finals? Reckon they're a chance?
To be in the finals?
No, they'll be in the finals. I think they'll be in the finals, but I don't know, like, come finals, are they going to be one that fire a shot, or are we just thinking that one that's going to be around and make up the numbers?
I think that if, in a fake scenario, if my team, St Kilda, were deep in finals... Take your time. If St Kilda were in finals, if St Kilda were in finals, I would want to play Geelong. They would be a team.
Really?
They would be a team that I would want to play.
Wow, that's a big statement. You drop a bomb here on the podcast.
Well, okay, so your team are going to be in finals, maybe.
Yeah, you want them as well?
Well, you play...
I don't want anyone at the moment. I want the season to end.
That's
right
fair
now.
enough, fair
Please
enough.
end it right now. I think the season's too long. It should honestly be 20 rounds and then call it even and go to the finals from there.
I reckon first 12 rounds is pretty good. What do you reckon?
Just cut it at 20, mate. Nice even number.
Yeah.
Nothing good happens after round 20 anyway, so just call it. Okay, yeah, Geelong, they're still think they're a forward away from being like a real problem. They got Stengel, they got Cameron, but it's like another one. Is it Shannon Neal or is it a Hawkins back? Hawkins reckon's coming back as well. Around 22 or 23, he said.
Return of the Hawk.
Return of the Hawk. Yeah.
Love that.
Cats back in town. Stewie Jew revenge game. The Lions just went to town on them here. 28 points. It was actually not that close when you think about it. Q-Class 27. They're now somehow second on the ladder, the Lions, which is like, what? Like, where have you come from to do this? Going into the game, we said that the Suns need to win to keep the season alive, and they were against a team here that literally had no defenders. They threw Eric Hibwood down back. Like...
Sure, why not?
And they still find a way to win. Like, if you're doing that without any defenders, then imagine how good you'll be when you have defenders back in the team.
Oh, you're bloody good.
Just crazy. Again, what Brisbane have done here, they lost the first 5 of their 7 games and then stopped mucking around and now they decided to play some football. They're a serious outfit. Serious revenge game, as you said. The Suns booed the great man. Now, you don't boo a man who one of us might have a tattoo of. You applaud him. You say, thank you.
Also,
for what you've done.
Not even head coach.
Yeah.
Like,
weird boo.
He's just wanting to stay in the state.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It was a weird boo. So the Lions, again, they're up and about. They ended the Suns' home record as well. And then after the game, they got a call from NASA. Bloody lid floating around in space.
Yeah.
It's that far off. They're up and about. I honestly think that as much as the league at the moment, we got no idea who's going to do shit in this league right now and what's going to happen in finals time. If you had to just put your marker on one, I'm thinking these Lions guys from Brisbane, they're doing something that's scary right now.
They're a good team to watch.
They're a real team to watch.
Fitzroy's a buzz as well. Was there on the weekend and they are all jumping back on.
Where's Fitzroy again?
Where is Fitzroy? North of the river. So you cross the river.
Yuck.
Yeah, but you do have to do that, and then you get there.
Okay. There's showers over there?
Yeah.
No deodorant, though. I know for a fact there wouldn't be a can of deodorant in Fitzroy.
Well, no, it's more just like a pretty high-level cologne.
What, bodily?
Bodily cologne.
Bodily sweat. As we said, Hipwood went down back. Now King kicked one on him. King's going to find his kicking boots. Can't find him at all. Kick 1-3, I think, someone again. And then Hipwood also kicked one. So nullified that. And Dane Zorko, some sort of year. Won a second Ashcroft medal this year. He's just been off half back. He's been unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was an All-Australian in 2017. And I think he'd be another one that would be saying, hey, guys, it's 35 centimetres across the back. Get the jacket ready. You know? Like, just doing some things down there for him.
Small back, 35 centimetres.
Small guy.
That's true.
Little Dane.
Little Dane. Get it going.
Little Dane. The Suns, I think they're done now. We calling it now? We done with them?
Feel comfortable doing that if you do.
Are we happy? Going
Anyone?
once, twice, all gone.
They're gone.
They're gone. Thanks for coming. And then weirdly, they haven't grown up since Dimmer asked them to grow the fuck up.
Yeah. Same age.
Same age, same income, same shitness. Just such a shame because they quite literally just had to win 1 or 2 games outside of Metropolitan Stadium.
Yep.
People's Choice Stadium, whatever it's called. And they can't even do that. So they're done now. They're done. Here we go. Your time to shine. Thank God this game happened because we would have been laughing stock if it didn't. Saints push the Bombers down. The world's now number 1. Ranked number 1. Scariest slide in the world. The Essendon Football Club, free falling. 53 points. Get a dog up here.
Mate, it was one of the great nights at Marvel.
Yeah, let's run it through your eyes.
It was just so much fun.
So you've set the tone early. You were good early.
Yep. I had 4 costume changes. Because it was
Why were you in a Guernsey?
Well, because it was our retro round.
Okay.
So I was wearing my 97 Guernsey, then I had the candy stripes and just hamming it up, having some fun. Mate, I'm telling you, it was actually a really special night. Like it really was. It was a great crowd, admittedly, lots of Essendon fans.
12,000 is good.
But we were just shy of 40.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that would have been weird for the boys.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And we were loud, having like we have not. I don't remember a game where we were that consistent with our set shots and tough shots. Like Mitch Owens and Tim Memory kick goals from the same pocket.
Caminiti.
Yep, and the hammer, and you're just going.
How?
We're not missing at this rate.
So when I knew watching you on TV, I was like, these fuckers are on.
Yeah.
Like they're kicking goals from there.
Yeah.
It's a long night for Essendon.
Absolutely. And when, Jack Steele's popping up for 3, I thought Dan Butler's work rate was incredible. Like delivering balls into the 50, keep running, and then still ends up with the ball and kicks it. Like it's
Zach Jones post-email has been unreal.
Told you.
That'll teach you who emailed.
Yeah.
That'll teach you. He's been really good.
Yeah.
Wangani Miller.
He's delivering to the forward 50.
Lethal.
Always accurate.
They just look like... They look quick again.
Yep.
Back to their early season form when they played that game against, I think the big one that sticks in my mind, against the Pies at the G.
Yep.
Where you went, okay, these guys are just taking risks. They don't care. They don't care if it comes back at them. But it looked like that. And without Max King as well, I think that's helped them now. Not having a focal point and anchor there where you see him and you go, oh, fuck, Magnet, kick it to him. I think that whoever's in position is just there, they'll kick it too.
Yeah, we were potentially, for no fault of his own, but potentially just wanting to get him into the game so badly.
Trade him.
For my employees at St Kilda, I would like to say I don't agree with that at all. But it is exciting times at Moorabbin, and it's frustrating because it's a little too late.
I mean, what was this for the last 19 rounds?
Yeah, but I think the really positive thing is it's given us a lot of joy in terms of we don't need to blow this thing up.
No.
It's clear that we need to work on a few things mentally, tweak a few game plans, but we are on the right track.
Yeah.
Which there was a moment there where you go,
And I didn't even know Cooper Sharman was related to Tony Lockett. How good was he?
He is the king of almost grabbing goal of the mark of the year every round, and he's starting to
pluck
grab
him.
them. And
Starting to pluck him. At the 19-minute mark of the third quarter, he had more marks in that quarter than the whole Essendon Footy Club. Like, he was unbelievable. Rowan Marshall, again's a stud. Like, he was just... He also, thinking about taking measurements, he might say, guys, it's 95 from wrist to shoulder.
I think it would be a legitimate...
Gorn's got the chip fib, so he's going just on one leg. Tristan Jerry is good as well, but I think Rowan Marshall might be the guy.
Yeah.
unbelievable. They got to, as you said, they got to wrap it up this season and come back and do it next year.
Yep.
Like there's some big things happening around. They
Yep.
got a war chest.
We've got the war
They've got a war
chest.
chest too to spend money on.
Possibly we'll have probably pick 5. You know,
Pick 4 and 5.
pick 4 and 5.
Yeah. As much as I've been harsh on you guys making, games boring and the chopstick stuff, actually very impressed. And we had a vibe about this going into it. You and I both sat here last week going, I think this thing's bubbling away at the surface here.
And I don't know if I'm just getting ahead of myself.
You will be.
Okay, fair enough.
Keep going.
But we've gone back to back to back at Marvel. We've beaten Essendon, West Coast, and Sydney. We are now, I think, one of those teams you don't want to play if you want to make finals because we are just going out there and
ruin
having
seasons.
a lot of fun. And now this weekend at Marvel, we take on Brisbane. Can we do you a favour?
Fuck, please. I
Can
don't
we
beg
do
much
it?
of you. Please do something for us. You might.
Mate, we kicked 10, 15 points against Brisbane at the Gabba.
Yeah. Oh, please, Ollie. I don't ask much from you, but please. I mean, ask a lot actually, but please do me a favour. I cannot go outside the 8. I need this right now. Get the boys up and about. They're good, yeah. And Ross did say last week, he's like, we're not going to make it our main number one priority, but if we take a few scalps here and collect them on the way out, it's like they've said, if we're not making finals, neither are you motherfuckers.
Yeah. You've always been big on them dragging people down to their level.
But now they're doing it.
Yeah.
It's coming in handy. That was the Saints, and as good as they were, like unbelievable, the Bombers are just bad at the moment and were very poor. I think after the quarter time, they just looked defeated, looked just dead in the water.
Well, it was the third quarter, really, I felt like.
Third.
Because I'd gone off, went to the toilet, came back, and we'd scored about 3 goals.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay.
Long toilet break. Poo-poos.
I'm going to ask you never to say poo-poos to me ever again. I feel really uncomfortable with poo-poos. No, long walk to the toilet. Because you got to
Okay.
go where the umpires are. You got to go like...
Oh, so you did poo-poos at Marvel. That's gross.
No, I did wee-wees at Marvel. I didn't do
No,
poo-poos. But
you're
the
one of those
walk
ones.
to where the toilet is.
Just on that, we had a lot of people call the hotline as they were on the toilet at the game.
Yeah.
Didn't want that.
I had a few photos.
Oh, yuck.
Not of the poo-poos, but...
No, thanks. Let's unpack Essendon here. Everything that can go wrong for Essendon will go wrong at the moment.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and be nice to them and defend them here at the start. It is hard to keep St Kilda to a low score. We've seen that. St Kilda love just scoring left, right, and centre, kicking goals from everywhere. Like that's what St Kilda are this year. So to try and keep them under 116 points, or whatever it was, it's hard.
It's tough to do.
They're doing it flat out. Fuck, I've been on this thing about Essendon for most of the year, saying I just don't see it. I really just don't see it. When they were pumping you up and everyone's going, no, they can make top 4. I think Ben Dixon said they're a lock for top 4. And even Essendon fans laying into me and us about it, saying, you guys got to give us more credit. I stood firm and said, guys, I do not see it.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to my world. Come on in. You see what I see now. It's not there. It was never there. It was just like a Harley Reid with the West Coast, bit of a sugar hit.
Yeah.
The wins earlier were a sugar hit. And the question of, hey, these guys haven't beaten anyone that they've had all year. They haven't beat anyone of note. Turns out now is actually a fair question. You reckon?
I still think they've had an okay year for where they're at. Like, really.
They have had a great year, but
they're
when
not
you,
a top 4 team.
no, they're
just
not. But when you're searching for finals, and your club, your people have had so much heartache, however many days it's been, to get beaten 2 weeks in a row by teams who are more focused on planning footy trips, and footy's actually getting in the way of them planning football trips. That is just. I feel for the fans, I really do. And I know we have our differences, but I sat there going, this is just heartache again. The hope that has killed them for the last 20 years is just back again this season. Something about round 17 that Bombers just hate. They hate playing after round 17. It was all perfectly summed up by the guy throwing his scarf on the field.
Yep.
That was unbelievable. So I don't know the passage of play, but it's like a ball gets kicked in, like 30 metres in front of the Saints goal. I think Ron Marshall marks it. And some bloke rips off his scarf, throws it onto the field. The bloke next to him is a Saints fan who lifts his scarf above his head. It was just perfectly summed up. And then we saw some, this is where they're at. Essendon had a real Carlton moment here. Down the race. Did you see that stuff?
Yeah, it was. I hated it. It was pretty shitty,
Yeah. I mean, we build this thing on being passionate and being raw and being, as open and honest as you want. But I looked at that going, okay, that was probably a little bit too much. Should I play it or not?
Yeah, do it.
All right, we'll play it here. Oh no, coming down the race now.
You're a bunch of fucking frauds!
Oh.
You fucking shit! Fucking shit! You fucking shit! Johnny, do something with your horse cock! Do something! Fuck you!
Okay, so I do feel like the terminology of fraud was thrown into it. I got no association with that. We have no association.
Mate, we were all over that clip. You could hear me at the start thanking the wonderful fans at the stadium.
I just want to make sure. I was just like, it's just like a lot. It's probably too much, for being honest.
In what universe is that ever going to help your team?
I mean, I don't know how KATY's horse cock is going to help the boys win a game. Oh yeah. Didn't like it at all. I didn't like it.
In what universe, though, would the boys go into the rooms and be like, you know what? That fan's absolutely right.
You know that guy that said something up there. I haven't heard it. I think he's onto something. KATY, show me your cock.
Yeah.
You've been hiding far lap in there this whole time? Yeah, it was just gross. So, I mean, it has been a long time. So I thought, let's try and find something fun in here in all this for Essendon fans. It's been 7,268 days since they last won a final. Let's just put that into a bit of perspective, everyone. So since they last won a final, the iPhone hadn't been invented. Buddy, Lewis, Roughhead were drafted and retired. Carlton was shit, good, shit, really shit, and then good again. Justin Langer, Damien Martin, Glenn McGrath, Matty Hayden, Ricky Ponting, Adam Gilchrist, and Brett Lee all retired from Test cricket. Alistair Clarkson coached his first AFL game and has since left Hawthorn and now joined North. 2 brand new AFL teams joined the league. One of the new teams, the Giants, made the grand final. Harry Sheezel was born. Usain Bolt won his first Olympic gold medal. Italy won the 2006 World Cup. There's been 6 Olympic Games. Roger Federer and Serena Williams won the 2007 Australian Open. The world went into lockdown after a global disease threatened to wipe out humanity. Hawthorn won 4 flags, rebuilded twice. They stunk for 12 months and now one of the best teams in the comp again. Nathan Buckley retired from Collingwood. Then he coaches Collingwood. Then he got sacked by Collingwood and YouTube was invented.
And we hit 1 million downloads.
And now here we are. Here we are. So that's a long, if you put that into perspective, that's a long time.
That is crazy to think. Not one Essendon fan, not one, has ever reached into their pocket, grabbed their iPhone and tweeted or messaged their friend saying, how good was that finals performance? Not one has ever gone on their phone and done that.
No one's ever sent an iMessage saying, absolutely love that we won that final in the whole world. That's a great call. You'll never see that.
It doesn't exist.
Never see a timestamp, 2004. Hey guys, someone's not got a bloody iPhone. It's got a green message here. All right, make a new group. Absolutely fucking love winning that final, guys. iMessage delivered. They'll never see that.
No.
Crazy. And also now, just to rub salt in the wound, they're selling stuff on Marketplace with funny titles. So they've got this jacket here with the title, Wearable False Hope, $3. Description, purchased last year while I was under the impression there was potential future use for items. Comes with Essendon supporters' hopes and dreams attached as an optional extra. Can also add 1 crushed soul to pair with the items for no extra cost. Great to put your face in while you cry, but could make a good fishing rag or possible grease rag. Warning, they come with fault from a factory. Wearer of the item may get an overwhelming case of senseless optimism, may cause a feeling of false hope and excitement for highly unlikely situations. I need ASAP. I need ASAP. Need gone ASAP.
Let's buy it.
I reckon we should.
Yeah.
How much?
$3.
Yeah, it's a bargain, actually. Bargain. Oh, well, so we're thinking now that they slide completely?
Oh, well.
I think they slide completely.
I mean, they kind of have, haven't they? I mean, they're 10th.
10th.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, right. I feel bad now laying into them. Yeah.
And then they're going to take Freo on.
Oh, going to be 14th in the end of the season. That's horrible. Poor guys.
Yeah.
Poor guys. But also, just on, I saw your VFL team, Essendon. Start playing some of those dogs.
Really?
Yeah, you got some dogs in there. Sardis, Brian, you got a few, Nick Hine. You got a few guys that you should be bringing in to play some football because you got some good players down there. You got the teams mixed up.
Yeah.
I think. I just can't help you anymore. Giants beat the D's by 2 points in front of 13 people.
Yeah.
And I know, guys, that everyone loves skiing. I love snowboarding. And there was 25 centimetres of snow over the weekend. But really, you can't get more than 20 people to the game. Won a flag 3 years ago. Like, at one point, I generally think I saw more seagulls on the ground than people there at the game. Just crazy. I'm convinced that Melbourne fans don't exist.
No.
They're a myth. I don't know personally one Melbourne fan. Does anyone?
I know a few in Tassie, and I don't. So that doesn't count
That doesn't count at all.
because they're not at the games.
No. I don't know. I've never met a Melbourne fan. Hey, mate, who do you go for? Melbourne, what? Where are you from?
Sorry?
Yeah, that sounded weird when you said that. Go again. I'll give you another turn at it.
Yeah,
No, I'll
yeah.
go for Melbourne Demons. That's never happened to me at all. Don't exist. Don't exist. They should be made literally after that performance of 16,000. But I get it was cold. I get that. But your team's a chance. Your season's on the line. Just get to the ground. 16,000 people there. They got to do an MCG test to see if they deserve to stay there. If they can get 17,000 to the G, then you can have your home games there again. Otherwise, move to Marvel. Get down the road.
I think that a test is actually like a really legitimate thing that needs to happen.
I think a crowd test has happened.
Yep.
You need to do it. You can't be having that game on TV.
Nah.
That just alone, the game was actually pretty good, but just alone with the TV on and that game, I was searching for chopsticks, going, oh, I know there's blood in them from the Carlton game, but is there any fresh pairs around? Because this is an eyesore. A loss, in saying that, a loss doesn't count if no one's there to watch it. It really doesn't. I've always said that. And the D's were 3 points down at the start of the last quarter. Then 4 minutes into the last quarter, 4 minutes, they're 27 points down. Just in the blink of an eye, the Giants went bang, 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 and piled them on. And they had to grind their way back into a game, and they just didn't have enough time to do it. It was so funny. In the last 2 seconds, I think someone took a mark in the back pocket for Melbourne. Luke Darcy goes, they've got a mark. Can they somehow pull off a miracle here? Like, Luke, what miracle? Like a 180-metre kick? Like, you think Harry Petty's having a set shot from full back?
I mean, he did say a miracle.
Yeah.
It would have been.
In a miracle. In a miracle, Petty's kicked the ball and a flock of seagulls have taken the ball through the goals. Oh my God, it is a miracle. Like, is that what we were waiting for? Gorn, Chip Fib, didn't look like Gorn. Looked sore.
And fair enough.
Looked very sore. And for the Giants, they're just rolling again. They're back in town. The Tsunami's back. Hogan's strong as shit. He got to be the strongest man in the world.
Yeah.
Subtly strong. Kicked 4. He did get in the way of 1, which is pretty funny. You see that?
No.
Oh, I think it was Harvey.
Okay.
Maybe someone kicked a goal. And he was like, get out the way, and just got in the way. And it was very hilarious. It was very funny for everyone. And they're dangerous again.
Yeah.
They're dangerous again.
And when the likes of a Finn Callahan.
36?
36 counted them myself.
Wow. Crazy.
Insane.
He was everywhere. So, D's, are we calling D's cooked at an auction or not? Or are we saying hanging on?
Ooh, hang on. Let me have a look at the ladder.
Nah, I think it's too early for the D's. I think one more loss and then we're calling them.
Okay.
D's at 1.
It's tempting. No,
D's.
okay.
No.
Maybe Monday.
Okay, we'll do an auction for
We'll
them.
do an auction Monday.
All right. This game, as I said, I love this game already. I love watching it. I love everything about it. I just love the physical nature. I love that the boys just said, let's just fuck the footy off for 30 seconds and beat the piss out of each other. Freo by 4 points, 3 players suspended, 35K in fines, and just beating the shit out of each other. Rivalry, I said, slept on. Love it, love it, love it. They genuinely hate each other. Like, there's enough MU export to go around, boys. Like, you don't need to be that angry all the time. It's okay. And the Eagles had him in the first half. Sitting there going, this is going to be a repeat. They're going to get him again. Harley Reid was up and about and then made a lot of people angry. Harley Reid. He's just a kid, but he ruffled some feathers.
I'm telling you, he's going through a bit of a weird moment.
Yeah, you've called this earlier.
Yeah.
What's his weird moment?
It doesn't.
Are you saying he's going through an unlikable moment?
Potentially a little bit unlikable.
Wow.
Or it just feels slightly different to the first half of
the
the year
fun
where it
sugar
was
hit.
like, oh, what is going? This kid is an alien.
So you think maybe he's turning a bit of a,
No.
I'm good and I know it now.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
But maybe he's gone. I reckon there's the potential of a bit of a reality check as to how hard the league is. You know, the team isn't winning anymore. He's starting to make a few mistakes, which is true. He's not finding as many targets. He's been caught holding the ball, kicking it out on the full, and he's trying to make things happen.
Yeah.
So he's getting a bit more stuck into other players where I was like, I don't recognise that from the first half of the year. You didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
You were being targeted. you know?
I think it's a sign of what? I think you're dead right there. I think it's a sign also of Harley going, okay, he's still a great player. I was a good junior. I was in a good team. I now, with this team, have to do everything to get him to even be a chance at winning a game.
Yep.
And I'm tired of doing that. I'm fed up. I'm going to be angry and get the fuck out of my way. So that way it probably looks more like, okay, we're getting done holding the ball a few more times because everyone's coming after me. I'm trying to do too much now. So is he going to now be like, for the next 3 years, this is my reality? Like, they want to sign him long term. Does he go, well, hold on, I've had 24 games or 23 games of doing this. I don't like that for another 60 games. I don't like it for another 300 games. Like, I need to be somewhere where I can be a peacock.
Yeah.
This is a fucking zoo.
Because it just, it's true. It's true. Just doesn't look like it's in his character. That sort of stuff doesn't look, I don't know.
Yeah. He still had 28. He was very, very, he was very good. The Prince was good. He was really good.
Oh, don't get me wrong. The Prince he's the man.
So you're not off it. You're not off him at all. You think there's been a bit of a character development or something's coming out in him that he's maybe a bit angry and he's getting a bit nasty, and that's why you don't like it because we love you being just a good player, young kid. That was fun.
Have you seen Nick Dacos go through that moment?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's just an interesting time in his development. That's all.
Okay. Hey, but puberty.
Angry.
You know, he's got hormones running wild.
Yeah.
He's got sprouting happening.
Yeah.
He's got balls dropping.
Well,
like, we've all been there. Pimples.
Totally.
Like, we've all been there. I still get pimples.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure my balls have dropped.
No.
So, like, I get why he's angry all the time. And then the Eagles were up and about, and then they just made a mistake. Like, don't piss off the trio dips.
Yeah.
It's like they said, don't even worry about the flatbread. I'm going to use my fingers to get him with the dip. Like, you don't do that against Sarong, Brayshaw, and Young. Especially Sarong. Don't piss him off. He had 32 and a goal again. Brayshaw had 36. Like, they just went to town. Darcy was good in the ruck. I think he also had 50 hit-outs. Like, I was wrong. Put my hands up. Freo dark horse. I was wrong about them. You guys are good, and you guys will be a problem in finals regardless if it's a home or away. I was wrong about you, and I'm sorry. I apologise completely. You're very good. You're very good at football. I don't know how you're doing it. I know that you like the big kahunas up there who is just kicking goals every on centre. You just have a good system in place, and system beats anything else out there at the moment.
It's well said.
Yeah.
It's true, isn't it?
Well done, Freo.
It's clear as daylight.
All about you. Next game was Collingwood v Richmond. Genuine. This is the chopstick game of the round, this one. I sat here going, oh my God, this is the worst game I've seen all round. This is horrible. Just the Pies won, but almost it felt like they lost as well. Richmond, they just beat Richmond by 27 points. And the only thing that I said coming out of it is the only thing that now scares me a little bit about next week is that the young goat, Dacos, had 42, so he's in form. They found a winning form against Richmond, even though, and then it's Pendle's 400th. I don't like that combo. I don't like the feeling of go into the club on a Monday, got to win. This feels a bit better than losing. Dacos is a goat, had 42. Hold on a minute. Our actual goat is playing his 400th against our arch rival. Oh! Why do bad things happen to good people like me? They dealt with Richmond like so easily. Richmond probably wasted a few chances, but don't know. I don't know what to take out this game. I don't know if it says more about Richmond or Collingwood after this game.
I will say, though, the three things you pretty much touched on there, that's the equivalent of flour, egg, milk. What does it make? Cake.
And cake's delicious.
Yeah. So, I'm so.
And then the Carlton rivalry is the icing on the cake. So the cake's obviously going to be yum.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say. Let's finish this game. Richmond, very good. No, we're very bad, actually. Sorry. Richmond, very bad. But Collingwood were also bad as well.
Yeah.
Like going to the game now against Carlton, I'd probably go, okay, that wasn't as bad as a result what you want for a Carlton fan. Like they could have come out there and won by 100 points and you go, okay, they're scary, they're back. But it was 27. Richmond actually missed a lot of opportunities. A seagull dropped dead on the field. So even the Seagulls have had enough.
Yeah.
So well done, Collingwood, get back in form, but wasn't convincing. It wasn't like they're back. This is scary again. Are they still in the hunt?
I think they have to
12th,
be
aren't they? Yeah, they're still in the hunt. We're not going to put in line for them. The funny thing about the Richmond game, which is probably the only thing I took away from this for Richmond, is there's a guy in the cheer squad who wears, I don't know how many he must wear. He must wear, realistically, 20. Every time Richmond kick a goal, he takes off a Guernsey to reveal another different Richmond Guernsey.
No.
We have to get vision on him. Legit, I've got messaged in multiple times. A Richmond guy, every time they kick a goal, another Guernsey comes off and it's different Guernsey. So how many would he be wearing? He'd be wearing 20.
That is one of the coolest things I've ever heard.
If you're if you're near the Richmond cheer squad or you know of this, can you please film this next week? We need to see who this guy is.
That's hilarious.
Just got layers and layers of Guernseys on him. Love that. Well done. That's the biggest win of the year for them. Here we go. Dogs go up to Sydney and roll the Swans by 13 points. This thing has a 2016 vibe about it. Been saying it for weeks now. They're in a mood. They've beaten the best 3 teams in the comp over the last 3 weeks. And it's just the pressure that's killing everyone. They're in a mood. 2016. I'm getting strong vibes about it. Just on a roll, just doing their business. There's pressure left, right, and centre. Like, they're scary good now. They're scary.
I'm just trying to cast myself back to 2016, though. Did they have a run like this to get into the top 8? Or were they always there or thereabouts?
I think they had some momentum from memory. And then what the momentum was is like they were literally built on just numbers in screen.
Yeah.
Pressure, and then going the other way and hurting you. Like, it's exactly the same. So I don't know why Bevo went away from it for all those years, but he's come back to it and it's just working. They're all about him now. They wanted to sack him 2 months ago.
Imagine
and now
that.
they're getting enough of him. Just back. Jamara Agalaga is I reckon the next 2-3 years, the best forward we'll have. He'll go past Charlie pretty quickly, I think.
What do you get 4 again?
Got 4 again.
Yeah.
Everyone calls him Buddy Franklin 2.0.
Yeah. Well,
I can see it.
I
Shades
can
of
totally
it.
see it.
Vibes of it. But they're there. I think the Dogs are dangerous and lurking, and we talk about teams that you don't want. We talk about teams that you do want. You talk about Geelong. Hey, I want none of the Dogs. Give me absolutely zero of what the Dogs dished up in the finals. I don't want to be part of that demolition job. No, thank you. They're cooking at the moment. They get rebranded Footscray this week for Retro Round.
Yeah, I love that.
Very cool.
Love that.
Very cool. Love that. So we'll try and message them for a Retro Guernsey and some stuff.
Yeah, I suppose like it just is a bit of a stock take situation. I think we probably need a bit of Doggies and Hawthorn.
We do, yeah.
Like they're the two that I'm like, oh, this feels weird.
Yeah, we do. Richmond tried to send one. I said, no, I think we're good. I said, I think we've got enough no room in the
fine.
screen. Thank you. No, thank you. And the Swans, are they just banged up? Are they just tired? Or have they lost they've definitely lost their mojo, but what are we taking away from the Swans?
You know what? I've got no idea.
Well, I think now, we said that they could, I think when they were 13-1, that they wouldn't lose a game for the rest of the year. They're now 14-5 after we said that. So they've got to be banged up. They've got to be sore. It is tough being at the top for a long time. But they looked yesterday like they just could not give one shit about that game of football.
It's true.
Couldn't give a shit about getting rolled. And they did nothing, like nothing worked for them at all. So I think we definitely now know they're gettable. Home, away, grand final, like you can definitely now, without a doubt, get them.
Am I a sicko to suggest that I kind of wouldn't mind playing them
You
in
are
finals?
sick.
Like,
Playing them in finals?
if the finals started this weekend, I don't know how scared I'd be.
I think a bit like, not at all, but I think we've seen the top 2 teams down the last 2-3 weeks just look like, okay, maybe it's a fact of everyone winds themselves up for the big teams.
That's true.
So you're getting everyone's best for the last 3 weeks. You're now getting everyone's best for the last month of football. Like that is exhausting work when everyone's just gearing themselves up for you. So you've got to be on. And you can't be on every game.
No.
But with that, you have to at least turn up. And they haven't turned up. So I'm saying they're frauds, 100%. But I'm saying that just they get to the finals, they have a week rest, and then they start doing their thing again, I think they're going to be fine over there. Still 2 games clear on the ladder, which is crazy.
Well, game and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, they'll be okay. They'll be okay. Last game of the round, AFL, what more do the Hawks need to do to make the 8? They've literally done everything right. What more do you need them to do? They got celebrations for goals. They got cool new haircuts now. Social media team isn't missing. Like, what possibly more could you want from them? Just let them in. Let them in. Please. They deserve to be in it now.
Can I say, with the social media, you know what I really like compared to them and, say, like GWS? They don't ever go at anyone.
They're just cool
Like,
with
it's
it.
all about them.
Yeah.
Which I've only just clicked. I've gone, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
They're not like
Stay in the
trying to
lane.
stir the pot. They're just
Stay in
cracking
their
on
lane,
with it.
and if you want to come in their lane, they're like, hey, welcome.
Yeah.
We're cool with it. They're
Sure.
they're having fun just rolling into towns, beating the piss out of your team, taking the piss, and then gritting all over you.
Ooh, that was the whitest thing you've ever done.
This is the Hawks gritting all over your side. That's a visual. Just like, it's actually gone from being fun to like, okay, shit. They beat the Giants in Canberra this week. You go, they can win the flag.
I think it went from funny
Yeah.
to fun to ooh.
Yeah.
And now it's
It's like, whoa, okay,
Yeah.
this is a thing now. This isn't like, ha ha ha, the Hawks are good and they're cool now. This is like, nah, the Hawks are fucking scary.
Yeah.
Very scary. Very scary. And I mean, the Crows didn't really, for half maybe they were with them, and then after half time it was all over. They did try to bury the Wiz in that fight. Did you see that?
I did. Get off the whiz.
Yeah.
Get
the
off
Wiz.
him.
We're back on the Wiz. Well, we've always been on him, but you need to get off the Wiz. He's crazy. The Wiz is going to rip a game open soon. He's not far off it.
Well, I guess he kind of did that Collingwood game.
I mean, I'm talking 6.
Yeah, okay.
6 Wizardry goals. He's going to do something crazy soon. I can feel he's just bubbling away. He's going to explode. Connor McDonald's also a player. 28-2. I mean, I don't know if he's an Eshe. It gives me Eshe vibes, but just rolling TNs, kicking goals, having touches. They're scary, Hawks. Again, another team. I don't want anything to do with you guys in finals. Just so good at the moment. It's crazy. They're having a Carlton-like run, a better than Carlton-like run. It's just like, can they keep it going?
They are.
Can they go to Canberra and beat the Giants?
Mate, I thought that we sat here on a Thursday and said, look, it's not going to be a blemish on their year if they go to Adelaide and don't win, because we're asking a lot of them.
Yeah.
But now I go, are we?
No.
Or are we just telling them, hey, go there and do that? And they go, yep, sure, no worries.
Like, they're just, yeah, they're an issue for everyone right now to look out for. And again, I really want them to make finals because I think they'll be cool to watch. A team that you'd sit there and go, okay, maybe my team isn't in it, but I'm going to get behind the Hawks.
You know,
Get them in.
You know, Carlton play Hawthorn.
Yeah.
2 weeks
We're
time.
cooked, mate. I know that. I'm very aware. 2 weeks' time, we're absolutely cooked. They're going to cook us.
So you've got Collingwood, then the Hawks, which is
And-
great. Then West Coast
Oh, easy.
in Perth though.
Oh,
And then on the way back, then you got to take the Saints on.
oh, mate. I honestly, I don't want to say this because if I speak things into existence, but I've got a little bit of like something bubbling away in my head going, could miss finals. Could miss finals have been second fucking all year. At least I won't cop that much shit if we lose. I reckon what
People
we should do,
get it, yeah,
what we
but-
should do, guys, like if like Carlton do miss the finals for some crazy reason, like let's just be super nice to each other from now on.
Yeah.
Like
I
just
think
have
that's fair.
fun. We're all having fun with it. Like it doesn't need to be mean or anything. Let's just drop it all and leave it alone. I reckon. Okay. I honestly, guys, thank you again for listening. Thank you for everything. Merch is coming out Thursday. Million downloads. It's been great. I need to get out of here because after this chat, I've realised how much trouble we're in as a Carlton community. And the league is just good. And that scares me because we're not as good as that at the moment.
At the moment.
Give me your honest opinion. Drop the bullshit. Do you think we can beat Collingwood?
Yes.
Do you think we will?
Yes.
That makes you feel better. At least someone does in this room.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, guys, enjoy your Monday at work. Enjoy your Tuesday morning for listening. The Hotline Sting's still there. Play it. Make love.
Yeah.
We know that. I do know this from the Olympic Village. It's getting blasted.
No wonder they've ordered so many condoms.
They're blasting Hotline
I totally
Sting
get it.
and caving beds in.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. We'll see you on Thursday. Illy XX.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.